Good day, compadre. How are you? We have the new Divine event that has just begun in DML, and we are going to be taking a look at this. And finally, Windows users have the new update, which means we actually have the new Dragon of the Month as well, Mr. Cartoony Woony. But anyway, this Divine event, we are going to go through it now, and it is very similar to the previous Time Rift events that we've had before, and of course we've got these new Chrono themed Divine Dragons to show off. So we have a Dragon Collection event, one with a new Legendary, one with Chrono Frigg, Chrono Loki, and Chrono Odin. Chrono Odin is actually a Divine Earth and Light Dragon, and he's got this sort of spacey theme like most of the other Chrono Dragons have had in the past, which is pretty cool overall. And along with that collection, we also have another collection where you can get the Valkyrie Dragon, which has been available before, so I'm not really too fussed about this. And then the other collection, which I am actually interested in, is the one for this new legendary Lily Gem Dragon, because this is a cute dragon. It's got a huge lily on it. It's a legendary plant and void dragon, so a weird little typing, matches its colours. And this collection here actually has 3 new dragons as part of the collection. So we got the Data Dragon, which looks kind of similar to the Digital Dragon. We have the Rune Tech Dragon, which I'm a big fan of, and we've also got the Neo Bone. Just anything with these bright colours, I'm quite a big fan of. So we have these dragons here. So of course we have the Time Rift over here, which is now opened up, and we have this over here that says magical powers, new ways to make your dragon stronger. The magical tower reveals its secret soon. So this is different to the actual event itself, so we will take a look at that soon. But this is the main event screen and may look familiar to a few of you that have done these before. Main thing to note about these Divine events is that there tend to be these milestone rewards with these events now, where if you buy the totem, you can get the base rewards for reaching a certain amount of, in this case, Divine chests opened, but if you have the totem, you can get all the rewards at the bottom of this as well. And the ones at the bottom are things like extra Divine tickets, we've got gems, VIP tickets, we've got Jade Dragon pieces, Chrono Loki pieces, and right at the end, if you open 3,300 Divine chests by spending lots of money, you can get 1,500 gems. And this totem is on sale at the beginning of the event for £3.29. If you're going to spend on anything in this event, this may be worth it, but again, this is reliant on you opening Divine chests, so got to make your decisions. So along with that, of course, we have the Divine chests themselves, and that was me getting prepared for these. We do have a number of cool dragons, including the new dragon, the Neo Bone Dragon in here. We've also got the Divine Heimdall Dragon. He was available in the past and he has come back in these chests. And we also have the Chrono Loki Dragon, which we knew that from base Loki that his elements were going to change, but Chrono Loki is a Divine Energy and Fire Divine if you want to add him to your collection. That's if you don't have the previous Ancient that has the same elements, but whatever, he's a cool looking dragon, not gonna lie. And we also have that Data Dragon available in here as well. So you'll notice that there's no Legendary Dragon in this chest, but there are 2 Divine, so that is going to become even more annoying, but we can get VIP tickets out of this, food, gold, and the drop rates it shows you here. For every 100 Divine chests opened, you are expected to get 27 Divine Dragon pieces, which is not very high, especially since we've got 2 Divines in these chests, so the chances of you actually getting one of them are very low. Very, very low. But, you know, we know that by now. We're also going to have a few other dragons available during this event time period, and you can also get a Champion of Chrono Odin little medal to put on your profile if you want that. But we're going to have the Ivory Dragon coming in. We've got, of course, the Rock Dragon as part of one of the events. We have the Rosy Dragon. We've got our legendary Skeleton Dragon coming back. But the other one we haven't taken a look at yet is Chrono Frigg, and Chrono Frigg is a Divine fire and earth dragon that has this cool little purple aesthetic. I can appreciate that. So, like with the previous events, we're gonna have castle events, we're gonna have solo events, we're gonna have Dragon's Delight stuff. We got a lot going on at the moment, and if we go to the event page, again, you can get to this event page the same way as always, just go to the top left, and if we open this up, we've already got like a bajillion different things going on. So, the Ivory Dragon's available in the Bottomless Dungeon this week, let's hope it works. We have a clan event going on, which I don't care about too much, but first of all, we have Rough Riders, which is a solo event where you can get tons and tons of divine tickets, and you can also get the Rock Dragon. And this is the same as previous solo events that we've had for these events before. So collect gold, feed dragons, and breed hybrids. Which is pretty straightforward. Collect gold, feed dragons, and breed hybrids. We also have this new feature here, which rather than allowing us to move our food with our mouse, we have to actually press the button. Which, I'm not sure how I feel about this. It's sort of taken away the fun. I can't drag it above a dragon's head and let it sort of jump for it anymore, which has, taken away a little bit of the interaction with the dragons. And by a bit, I mean all of it. So, I'm a little bit depressed about that. But anyway, that is what we're going to be doing for now. And again, we've got breeding elemental hybrids. So, generally speaking, during these events, it's not advised to go for legendaries or any long breeding time dragons, but, you know, at the same time, I do want to get the Dragon of the Month, and since the update has been late for Windows, that means that at the moment, our time to breed it is actually diminished, and I love this dragon, so I can't wait to get a hold of it. So I'm probably going to be trying to breed this cartoon dragon. We know what some of the best odds, or not odds, but actual breeding combinations are for this guy, since we took a look at them last time. But that is probably what I'm going to do for these breeding hybrid quests as part of the solo event, even though that's not advised. You know, if you really want to get the Dragon of the Month as well, maybe worth putting your progress behind, or maybe using your extra gems to speed everything up. But generally speaking, you should do really short breeds for this to get it done. So that is what we've got there. Ride of the Dragons, we can complete that whenever, but do note that you're going to have to get the Rock Dragon from the solo event to complete that as well. I do like the symbol for Odin's return, I have to say. Really like that symbol. But solo event being the main event right now, and again, Bottomless Dungeon, I haven't actually checked, but the way that it's happened before with the dungeon is that we've had it where during the special event periods you actually get more divine tickets than you normally would, because you can get them out of the chests in the dungeon. So it's maybe worth doing the dungeon, and if we do indeed get the extra who has tickets out of it, you can actually get tons and tons more than normal. Because if you don't do the dungeon, you're going to be missing out on a lot, and I mean a lot. So it is worth doing most of the time. So defeat 2 dragons with 1 blow 3 times. You'll also notice, for Windows users that may not have seen this update yet, that the symbols for everything look completely different, the actual text is different, and on top of that, it seems that there's been a few bugs with how some of the actual abilities of dragons actually work. So I've seen reports of things like Burnout acting differently to how it used to act, and also with the fire element, although they've said that that's a bug, but I'm not sure if the change to energy is a bug or not. So we will see what happens with that. Why we had a full set of changes to the way that the abilities looked, I'm not sure, but it's going to take a lot of getting used to. So I'm just so used to the old style now that I'm like, wait, what the heck? This looks wrong. This is wrong. But I do notice that there's like a green surrounding box around the actual buffs on your dragons now. So I imagine that the way that they've done it is for when you have a buff, it's green. And when it is a negative buff, like there we go, you can see that it's actually got a red symbol, which will mean that it's more obvious for players to be able to tell what's actually happening. So that's pretty good. I can appreciate that. because I've been saying it for years that sometimes things that are happening in DML are never really explained to the players, and you know, a lot of the times the players just sort of learn by playing a long time. But for brand new players, sometimes they're just sort of left to, well, deal with it. And that's why this feels like a change or an update that happened probably 4 years too late. Definitely 4 years too late. Just kind of depressing. I wish that we could have had this a long time ago. I don't know, it's weird. It's weird seeing all these weird poison symbols and the text is like 3 times as big as it used to be. Weird. I don't know, maybe it looks better on mobile. Maybe that's why this looks strange to me, because I am playing on PC, of course, and sometimes you'll notice that there's updates that happen. It's like, yeah, they probably definitely have done that for Android and iOS players, mobile players in general. Not that there's anything wrong with that, that's obviously their main player base, but it does look a bit weird sometimes. A little bit. And if you're worrying about my optimization in the dungeon here, don't worry about it too much. I'm just mindlessly clicking things at this point and not really worrying about the quest too much. Because sometimes these quests give me a little bit of... they make me depressed, let's say that. But for the first couple of rounds of dungeon, it's usually good to just try and kill as many dragons as you can anyway. By kill, let's say faint, because kill makes it sound a little bit dramatic. But, you know, at least this can get us used to this new battle system. At least that's a good thing. So there we go, we'll kill one more dragon, make one more dragon faint. Again, let's not be too drastic. And Tombstone looks weird as well, it's got like a chain on it. Interesting. So there we go, we've done that. And like always, we have the new dungeon shop. We've got stuff coming out of the dungeon chests here. But I'm not 100% certain on the actual ticket drop rates out of the dungeon here, if we can get them this time, or if it's going to come out later. But like I said, it's worth remembering, and if we can get bonus tickets, then I'm sure they're going to implement them soon. So make sure you're doing the dungeon and everything else this week. Everything's going to help you out. And plus, we do have some pretty good relics in the dungeon. We've got double egg relic, we've got relic of hatching, and trust me, these 2 relics in particular can be particularly useful when you're doing a lot of breeding. And if you hadn't noticed, with everything going on, we're going to be doing a lot of breeding and maybe hatching, and if you're trying to go for this dragon of the month while doing all the other breeding and everything else, yeah, you're probably going to find some sort of use out of them. Also, note that usually during these events we tend to get sales on the clam as well. So we may get another clam subscription sale, so I would hold off on buying gems if you're going to do it. They may bring out one of those, they may not, and that may just be, everything's wasted, I could have just bought gems before. But they have done it before, so I'm just telling you as a pre-warning, it may happen, and you don't want to feel like an idiot when you've bought gems at 20 times the cost that you could have gotten them. So there is that. We also have bundles and such that are going to be coming out like they always do. We've got this bundle here, which is for the Nidhogg Legendary, a £25 bundle. With it you get some VIP and you get 100 Divine tickets. I know these Divine tickets look really appealing, but do remember that Nidhogg is not necessarily the best legendary in the world, and we've got ancients in that these days. You can also buy the rock dragon. This is not worth it. But if you want to put it in perspective, these 100 divine tickets that you buy from that bundle, remember that it shows us the chest drop rates, and out of those 100 chests, you're on average only going to get 27 divine dragon pieces, which means that's not going to be anywhere near enough for either of these divines, and it could be for Heimdall and not even Chrono Loki. So remember all of that, and make your own choices about what you want to do during these events. On average, I would say it's not worth spending any money, and if you do, the things that you're going to want to spend on are going to be that clam subscription, and it's going to be on this totem. but it is up to you at the end of the day. And don't forget that the totem does generate extra tickets. Not that many, but it does generate tickets, so your best time to buy the ticket generator is going to be at the very beginning of the event. So, you got all that. I know that was quite a bit to go through. We're going to be getting more bundles throughout this month because these bundles here only last for 2 days and 4 days respectively. We're going to have tons and tons of them coming like we always do. And we're going to have loads and loads of dragons that we're probably going to want to get because of the event. But since we've got the new update, I will also point out the fact that some new dragons have been revealed to us, if you haven't seen them already. One of them being the 6th anniversary collection dragon. The second one, we have a bright golden boy, the grand prize dragon. He is very pretty. I like him. Again, with these dragons, you're never really going to be getting them for their attacking abilities, but again, he's cool, and he's part of the yearly collection anyway, so most people are going to end up getting him. So by the time that people have Cartoon, they're going to be unlocking the Cinema Dragon, and that is going to be the first part of the anniversary collection. And then going into the next set, we have Wasteland, who is really cool. And for the people that didn't really like the cartoony style of Cartoon and the historical dragon, they've just given you a sort of cosplay style dragon as well, so you can be happy with that at least. But again, it's another yearly collection. It's gonna be a pain once again, and they may bring back dragons again in Breeding Blitz events. They may do, they may not. Again, a lot of this stuff, when I say it, it could happen, it may not. But the important part is that knowledge is power. And the more knowledge you have, the more likely it is that you will be successful. And why the hell is this Feeding Dragons quest so long-winded? Jesus. It's just really painful, because with normal solo events, it's like the first few tiers you do nice and quick, and then the last ones take forever. But these ones have just always been particularly tedious and really, really long cooldown timers. Please just stop doing this. It just breaks my soul. It really, really does. But it is up to you. And again, if you want to think about it in perspective, you can get, what is that, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, you can get 100 tickets out of this event as well. So that's 100 tickets here, there's another 100 tickets out of that Nidhogg bundle. There you go. Already feels like you're opening up tons of them, right? No, don't think about it like that. Again, I am, spending in this game anymore. You can see I don't even have VIP on at the moment. But this is going to be a good time for you to use your VIP tickets and all the other things that you've saved up. Yada, yada, yada. So, get yourself prepared. Make sure your breeding den is open if it can be. And make sure you're not breeding things that are too long. If you're going to be super, super squat and super, super optimal, that is your best way to get all the dragons out of this event. If you're just going to say, screw it, I am just going to go all in on the RNG, just make sure you're getting the tickets. That was a lot of talking. A lot of talking. Whew. But we know how we can get these dragons now. We know what's expected of us. We did go through the schedule for this event. And if you are still confused about anything, do remember you can go and click on the event timeline section, and it will go through everything. So it talks about the Divine Chest, the collection events, the solo event, the Divine Dungeon, the Dragon's Delight. It's gonna be all there. And there we go. It's talking about the Divine Dungeon during the 11th to the 18th. So that's what I'm talking about. When that is open, you are going to get tons and tons of extra Divine tickets. So not for this week, I suppose, but when that comes up, you are going to be wanting to do it. So I guess get into the schedule of doing the dungeon now, and it may help you out. It looks like I am being phoned, so I am going to skadoodly. My voice hurts. So for now, I appreciate you being here. Best of luck with your RNG and all of your event progress. And until next time, I hope to see you then.